Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a review request from a player over on the North American server. Diamond 4, this is a Graves game. He goes 10 to 12, so pretty damn good score there. Why did he want me to review this game specifically? He says they were 11 kills ahead of the enemy team by 7 minutes in the game. However, he felt like slowly let them back in the game throughout the mid-game. Wanted to know how I can close out the game with a huge lead as a jungler. I've lost a lot of games like that with huge leads, but eventually we managed to win this one. I want to perfect the mistakes I'm making in those games. And he says he took Dark Harvest because they're all squishy. So, I mean, this is obviously a really big problem for junglers, you know, like, I mean, I see it all the time, especially the review quests I get in. They get the big lead, but they sort of just lost the plot, like, mid-game, and then gets to, like, a team fight at Baron, and then, like, they may, like, win and take the Baron, but then they get to, like, an inhibitor, and then they all die at the inhibitor, and then they get aced, and then it's, like, Baron fight number 2, and then they lose that Baron, and they lose the game, and it's like, how did that happen? We were so far ahead early game, like, we should have just, you know, closed it out methodically. So, I'll jump into this game here. It looks like you do win this, but we want the same sort of mindset for all these games. So you can definitely still learn a lot from a game that you could have pressed it even further when you're ahead, and, you know, games that you end up losing even though you have a good early game. So let's jump into the game here. So you say you take Dark Harvest because they're squishy. So let's go over your runes here. So I like the mindset. It's like Dark Harvest is okay. I just think Electrocute's better. Like, if you want to, if that's the approach you're taking, like if you're against a bunch of squishy champions, I think you go Electrocute this game. I want to put up my recommended build for this game as well. You also take Absolute Focus and Water Walk him. This doesn't make much sense to me at all. If you have some reasoning, like, I'd love to hear it. But precision is just so important for Graves. Like, the Triumph really obviously helps in your skirmishes, but the biggest one is the Legend Alacrity. The attack speed is so important on Graves because obviously his attacks are, like, pretty slow. You know, he needs to, like, reload and all that sort of stuff. Definitely should be taking the precision at least in the second tree. So those are my recommended runes. I definitely think Electrocute's better to go this game over Dark Harvest. But usually you would go Fleet of Footwork, but I mean, to be honest, you can go both. I think both are fine, Fleet of Footwork or Electrocute. I personally prefer Fleet of Footwork. I think it synergizes well with Graves. So that's your runes. Let's jump into the game here. So looking at team comps here, so you are versing a top lane. We've got a Pantheon into Olaf. Love ganking Olaf, I mean, Pantheon lanes with, especially when he, I mean, obviously he has CC abilities that you can utilize, and he does a lot of damage. So would really look to be camping potentially top in the early stages. Obviously Olaf can't get CC post 6 with his ultimate. You're into a Rek'Sai. I really like the Graves into Rek'Sai matchup because you can kite him. I'd say Graves is a pretty good counter to Rek'Sai. Kassadin into Fizz. This is very difficult to kill a Fizz. I don't think you're ever going to kill a Fizz with Kassadin, so I'll try and be ignoring this lane. Maybe potentially help Kassadin, like, push it in or farm safely, but obviously Kassadin is a really good win condition when it comes to, like, the late game. And then you have Leona and Jhin bot lane into a Zyra Khan. Bit slippery of a bot lane, but you do have 2 CC champions here with, like, abilities that can lock the enemy bot lane down. So definitely could gank that, especially in the early stages. But right now I'd be looking, really focusing top, and then can go bot for dragons later. We definitely have tools to kill the Zyra Khan. Alright. So let's check out your jungle path here. Just starting Machete, which is very standard for Graves. Alright, so you start red. Okay, so you're going straight for, like, the level 3 jungle path, which is good in terms of, yes, I want you to really, really hammer this lane, especially early game. So I think this is the right idea. But in general, like, I still like to do the full, like, clear with Graves, because obviously Graves is, in the early game, he's, like, not that strong. Like, he doesn't have CC abilities. He can use, like, Rek'Sai. And I like to do red, Krugs, Raptor Camp. Then literally just keep my what's it called? My grit stacks up, and then do, like, wolves, and then, like, do my blue and Gromp. So that's my preferred route for Graves. Again, I just want to try and get, like, levels and gold as much as I can, but I like this as well. Based on the game, this top lane. Alright, so you're actually skipping your blue buff to go for this. You really want to go for this. So my only problem with this is, if you're going to do this, like, this is going to set you a little bit far behind, because, I mean, obviously you can show up to gank here. Like, if this gank goes south for you, Rek'Sai could maybe suddenly pop up and, like, start messing with your blue, right? So it's a little bit risky, but I mean, this is fine because Rek'Sai shouldn't be here for a level 2 gank. But Graves just isn't really like a level 2 gank champion, and I would only be ganking this. Alright, let's just see how it plays out here. Like, you need to wait for Pantheon to get level 2 before you go on this. So yeah, this is a big problem. Like, you're not going to kill this guy. He has flash. I would only go for this gank if you were going to 100% kill him. So this is pretty questionable. Olaf didn't even need to flash there because Pantheon doesn't have his stun. I mean, he'll only have to flash if you trade flashes with him. So definitely now I can regank. I mean, it's still fine, but again, I mean, it's still fine. You're still healthy, so Rek'Sai can't take your jungle and stuff. Alright, so you're going for a regank. I actually really like this. This is good. You've identified he has no flash. You have 2 flashes. Pantheon's now level 2. Gets the stun off and dead. So that's actually really good. Like, the thing with that Olaf as well is, like, I mean, that looks like it went well, but Olaf could have definitely, I mean, like, maybe it's okay because Olaf would have to walk up to get these minions, but maybe he should have just based and done something else. But, I mean, he didn't have to walk up to this lane because this would have been really risky for him, right? No flash, so, but, I mean, he sort of was forced to walk up. So, anyway, very good. Now just clearing our minions. Taking blue, we get Rift Scuttler. Alright, so Rek'Sai actually shows top here in a bit of a fight. Apparently, so you don't have smite, so you actually lose that to the Rek'Sai, the smite battle, but this looks like it's going to go pretty well for you. Alright, this is really, really good skirmishing, so let's play this back a little bit. So you come back. Get a red buff onto the Fizz. Still focusing Fizz. Maybe didn't need to flash there, but what I like about this is you've gone aggressive and you started to back out. So you're not flashing in and then just keep, like, because you'll just die the Olaf. So I really like that you've, like, started to walk back, kite them. Like, this is really, really good. This is how you want to play Graves. Like, very, like, skirmishers, just always trying to kite, trying to, especially when you're against, like, all these melee champions. Like, Graves is just so good into this comp. Alright, so really well played from you there. You help mid push in. And then you take Rift Scuttler. Love this. Is his jungler. But I think it's the right move to just base here because you don't know where Rek'Sai's going out of base right now. Most likely would be going bot side. So base, spend your 1100 gold. Alright, so you go blue smite here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Usually I'd like to do red smite because it's just more damage with Graves, but I think blue smite's okay just for that extra card in melee champs, and again you're versing a bunch of squishy champs. Alright, so it's literally 6-0 right now, so you have like 3 winning lanes, so the limit, the world, like the whole map is basically yours at this stage. So let's see what you do here to close it out, and you did mention the mid game, so we can start looking at that. So you're looking to help your Kassadin here. Alright, so I got a bit of a problem with your jungle path in here, so remember, Olaf doesn't have flash still. You can still punish this. Look at the wave right now. The most efficient jungle path, smart jungle path that has like almost no counterplay from the enemy team is for you to be out of base, going straight to Krugs. I also love that you have a pink ward here and you've switched out to Sweeper. This is very aggressive, especially since you've got such an early lead. Switching out to Sweeper is really good. So you want to go Krugs to your Raptors, to Wolves, to Gromp, then gank top. Or maybe you do your Raptors, skip that again based on how the waves look in top. Gank, clear that, base, and then we go do Dragon. That's what I want your jungle path to be here, ideally. You decide to do Raptor Camp and help Kassadin. It's good that you're helping him push this out. He does have double buffs as well, so he's getting pretty strong. Alright, so this is a little bit... Okay, so you are sort of stuck down here for Dragon now, I think. No, you do have a ward that you know, so you know where Rek'Sai is. Alright, you should not be getting Turret Platings at all here. Like, there's a lot for you to do right now. In terms of, you need to be either doing your jungle camps. I like that you have a lot of vision control down here, or, I mean, let's see what you do here. I mean, just, like, you're never going to kill a Fizz, you know? I mean, it's good that you're denying, like, minions from him, you can't walk up to CS, and Kassadin just got that kill. But, yeah, I mean, it's good that you're pushing this in now, but, I mean, I think this is fine. Sort of Fizz is, like, misplaying. You sort of forced him to stay on the map. Actually, I think that's the right decision. Ignore everything I just said. It's good to push out that Fizz. Alright, so now you're doing Raptor Camp. So the problem that you're doing Raptor Camp right here is that Rek'Sai now knows, he literally saw you walk up here, so he knows what you're doing. You're giving the enemy team an opportunity to take this for free. It's better, once you push that out, is to literally walk bot side. You might have to still give Dragon, because obviously Kassadin's based and all that sort of stuff. and bot lane doesn't have priority. But I just want you to make Rek'Sai question, like, oh, like maybe Graves, because at this stage, like I mean, I'd say you're probably even, like he has 2 long swords, but you do have that blue smite, so you just want to get him, like now he knows that this is free dragon, you know what I mean? Like you never want to give the jungler an opportunity to like free objectives like that. So it looks like you're trading top lane for this. I think you did show on the minions there, but Pantheon just solo kills Olaf. So yeah, I mean, like, look at Olaf right now. This is really good for, like, potentially breaking this tower earlier, just continue. I mean, this guy can just solo kill him at this point, so that was really, really good what you did to him early game, which I think was the, definitely the game plan here. Alright, so it's 9-1. I mean, I just hate that you've lost drag here. Like, this is just not excusable when you're this far ahead, and, you know, you have a Kassadin. Like, look at the Kassadin right now's minions, you know? Like, obviously, bot. I mean, bot's doing fine as well. They were just pushed in, like, just really no excuse to be losing dragon there. Alright, so you decide not to do your jungle camps, and you're going... So I love this, like, very savage mentality from you here. You're going you're trying to deny as much as possible, using bot mid priority. I do like this a lot, actually, instead of doing your jungle camps. But you need to actually start thinking, like, I need to really start clearing my jungle camps. Like, I think you haven't done, like, your Krugs or Raptors, like, once this entire game. It's a bit of a problem, and this is sort of... I think I'm gonna, like, title this video, like when you need to, like, decide to farm, and, like, when, like, when you're pressuring too much, you know what I mean? So, you do go for a bot gank. I still like this instead of doing your jungle camps, but again, after this, you need to go doing your jungle camps. Alright, so what I would be doing here... okay, so you're going for Gromp. So this is over-pressuring. Like, you're overthinking counter-jungling. Like, I love the savage mentality, but you're a Graves. And you have 24 CS right now. And the way that I view it, like, yes, I love that you're just denying and really choking out Rek'Sai, but this is 1 camp for 6, right? So, yes, you can get this, but then I 100% want you to get this, and, like, maybe this is a bit risky as well. Like, right now, Fizz is pushed in mid. Kassadin's base in. I mean, this is fine. I mean, you should just do your jungle right here. You need to do your jungle. This is over helping your team. Like, right now, think about... Yes, you can go help these guys right now, but... I mean, how much gold do you have? You have 850 gold. I mean, let's just see how this plays out. Like, I'm just a bit scared of Fizz. Like, where's Fizz going to come from? He's missing. I don't know which direction he walked. Alright, so Fizz is here. And you get hit by the ult, so you're dead here. So, yeah, I think that's a bit risky. I think you really should just... You need to be clearing your jungle. Like, give 6 cans up. Now, remember, the rule of thumb when you're playing Graves, especially, or any jungler, if you die with all your jungle camps up, that's the worst thing possible. Because right now, you're dead. Rek'Sai could literally be coming here and taking an entire side from you when he just should never have the opportunity to. So I think that's a lot of overpressuring from you in that stage like that. I mean, we're probably still in the early game, but we're transitioning to mid game. Like, it sort of makes sense right there. Like, that's a bit of a throw. Actually, a pretty big throw. Because the thing is like, yes, you can do these like crazy things and constantly pressure, but one thing that they can, like, let's say like you do that, and then these are the games that you lose, right? So then, like, suddenly you do a bunch of ridiculous team fights, and then it's even again. Like, they catch up in kills, they get like shutdowns and stuff like that, and you're sitting there on 28 CS. Like, that's like one thing that the team can never take from you is gold in your bank, and that comes in the form of taking jungle camps. So you still need to be strong. You need to still help yourself before you can help others. Alright, so you do red buff here, and you're still skipping your camps. So this is way too much overpressuring. I think you really need to do your camps. I mean, again, I really like this mentality, and I would say you can do this on champs like Elise, like Lee Sin, those really early pressure junk like Xin Zhao, but not on Graves. Like, those champions are designed to do that, and you can get it, like, they have CC abilities and stuff. Like, Graves at the end of the day, like, sure, you can find someone, catch someone in the jungle, but it's, well, like, what are you going to do? Like, they're just going to run away from, especially Rek'Sai, just ease away. Like, there's nothing you can do, you know? So, versus Elise, like, has tools to get on him. Elise has, you know, CC abilities, and same with Xin, has, like, obviously his E and his knock up. Alright, so you're doing Rift Herald here. This is good. Using your priority in River. I also like that you got the you got Warrior like as a first item as well, even though you could get boots. So you go and kill Olaf here. Looks like we're going to break mid tower, which is excellent. Breaking mid tower with Rift Herald is the best usage you could possibly have of Rift Herald, if possible. But it is potentially, it's much harder for a tower to get rather than top and mid because, sorry, top and bot, because obviously, you know, the enemy team can rotate mid pretty easily. So I mean, like I'm not saying like you're, like I really want to emphasize like you're playing really well here. You're really pressuring the Rek'Sai, but you still need to be like figuring out how to get your jungle camps pretty efficiently and effectively as well, while still pressuring. And you can do that, but obviously you can't do it as much as you've done this game, which has paid off, but it's just a lot more risky. Like the way I view Graves is, if you're ahead, you will stay ahead because he farms so well. And you use that solid rock like sentry turret, like you have like a little area that the enemy team can no longer enter because you're Graves and you can literally, I mean, you're a pure damage champion in the day. That's your strength. You solve all your problems in League of Legends with Graves from doing just tons of damage. Alright, so you base and you're going bot side here. I like that you're going for dragon here, but maybe you had time to come here and do your triple top side and then walk down for dragon. Like I don't think there's much rush, and you start, I mean, you have like 42 CS right now. You could be at least 80 CS plus right now. Obviously you wouldn't have probably gotten pressured as much as you did this game, but again, it's just better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so looking to do dragon, you have mid priority. Kassadin's not here, so but Pantheon's coming down, so I think this is fine. I love that you have a control ward. This is the 11 kills up we were talking about, 11 minutes, so it's good you got this dragon. Now you're into the enemy jungle. I like this, pressuring Rek'Sai again. Really, really close, almost die there. Right, you need to be a little bit... Where's Xayah right now? I actually don't... I didn't look on the map where Xayah is, but... I think she had to base or something, but Fizz is actually missing now. Alright, so Fizz shows up here. I think you need to just bail. Like, your bot lane is dead here. So you shouldn't be dying for this at all. So as soon as you see Fizz, you need to say, goodbye bot lane. You E over this wall, walk back, come, like, base... Go do Gromp, clear, and then let's finish off this tower if they don't get it. But if not, like top tower is your next objective. So it looks like you're not going to get this bot tower. Alright, so, So yeah, you're coming out of, coming in top out of base here. Like, the way I would be pathing right now is again, let's go clear bot from top to bot, be efficient, let's break that bot tower, then we base reset, come up top for also like second Rift Herald as well. So you start to come up here to counter gank. I like this is good. Fizz is dead. No. Oh wow, Fizz E's away. Oh yeah, he might just get executed. Just need to leave him, defend this tower. Plates are still up. I can't get it. Alright, let's just get the power farm on. Nice. Wolves. Oh, alright, so... Yeah, again, you need to go bot, base, then we can go top side and pressure top. Like, you're ditching your camps way too much. Like, to be able to break this tower effectively, like, you're really going to need your bot lane as well. And, like, right now, Jin's just sitting there. Jin's literally taking your Krogs, you know, like... He's not doing much to help you pressure this game at all. So, I love this control ward there. This is really good. And taking this with using your teammates, this is good. Taking red, I like it. Taking Rift Scuttler, pushing up mid. And we get the pick on Fizz. Alright, so let's see what you do now. So how much gold do you have? You have 1200 gold. Eventually buy your boots. Okay, you're not even buying boots. I think boots is a really, really good item on Graves because you need that little extra move speed. Can be the difference between getting like your last like auto attack off or just like auto attack range, right? So I think boots are really important for you to get. In this game, I would be getting probably Merc Treads. Like they have Rakan, CC, Xayah, Fizzes, bit of CC and like Rek'Sai's. knock up and stuff. So I think you should get some sort of tenacity and get that magic resist, but then rest of that's fine. Alright, coming top here. Burning their flashes, utilizing Jin ult. Alright, so this should be a pretty free tower. Let's take Rift Herald after this. Get second Rift Herald's really good. Rek'Sai's dead still. You should really tell your bot to just help you here. I don't know what they're trying to achieve getting this. So they die for that. Alright, so yes, your entire top side is up right now, but I really want you to base. Great job. Let's get for this dragon. Pantheon's wasting some of their time. Love that you've got 2 control wards here. A little concerned you don't have boots of speed yet, but I guess you got Yomu, so you do have some sort of speed boost. Alright, wow. Really, really good job from you. Win the team fight there. Let's just play that back again. So what do you do? Just E over the wall and just outsmite him? Is that what happens? I mean, you're a level ahead, so you have that extra damage. Really good smite. Alright. So you're approaching about an 8,000 gold lead right now. Use Rift Herald mid. This is really good. Should be able to get this inhibitor. Or maybe not. Maybe it's inhibitor. No, it is inhibitor. So Olaf's not basing. He actually doesn't have TP. I thought he had TP. Alright. So you're looking to base now. That was very risky base, but it looks like you survive in time. So you get Ninja Tarbs. I mean, I think Ninja Tarb is okay as well, but I would like some form of tenacity still. But I would say it's pretty preference, to be honest. Either Ninja Tarbs or Merc Treads this game. Like, it's very... Like, at the end of the day, they do have like 3 AD champs, but... You know, like Rek'Sai's 0-6, he's not going to be doing much damage. Zai doesn't have really any AD right now, and like Olaf is Triforce, he might be doing some stuff, but you just kite him. Like, you just kite these champions. Like, Fizz is the champion that you can't exactly kite because he, you know, can get on you pretty easily. So getting that little bit of magic resist. Alright, so... just looking to farm now. Pushing out mid. So Baron is the next objective here. What I want you to be doing, and I love that you have 2 control wards. Pushing out mid, pushing out top. Come here, control this. You can either bait it or just literally just do the Baron. You have mid inhibitor as well, so you can have constant priority mid lane. Alright, so it looks like a team fight's breaking out here. Just sit back. Do as much damage as possible. Alright, so Rek'Sai is dead, 3 of the enemy team's dead, Zaya's mid, free Baron. 20-minute Baron, which is really good for closing out this game. Alright, so you're deciding to go bot as a team. Siege, help Pantheon push this out. Always look to commit to a side to Siege. I mean, Pantheon has TP, so yeah, Pantheon should be basing going top right now. He can split top, push out top, Olaf's pushing it in. Or you guys can... actually, I think you guys should just stay. I think you guys are just so far ahead, just brute force this. Pantheon has ult, but no, Pantheon decides to base. Still fine. He does have TP. Alright, so... they're trying to engage. Pantheon TPs. Team fight breaking out. We kill 2. Looking to continue the siege. Get this second inhibitor. Looking to push out mid. Alright, and that looks like it's GG. Alright, so yeah, finish the game 10 through 12. So yeah, I mean, overall I think this is a really good game. Like, you did almost everything right in terms of pressuring the enemy jungler. I mean, that one move where you did take Gromp instead of taking your 6 jungle camps, I think that's actually probably bad on most junglers. I Actually, no, it was fine to do that, but you stayed around too long. I think that's what it was. You shouldn't have gone re-ganked that bot. But yeah, I mean, I liked a lot your jungling here. I think this is really good, but you just want to still be efficient with your jungle. Like, Graves needs farm levels, experience, and gold. Like, he scales really well. The way you played this game was more like an Elise, Lee Sin, Xin Zhao, Jarvan type style. And that's just not the champion that you're playing. You like always play to your champion strengths, but obviously it works out well from you here. But again, as you mentioned, there's some games that you'll do this and you'll lose because you're just not strong enough. You know, running around the map at 11 minutes with like 30 CS on Graves, like, it's not going to be very useful if your team's like even. So let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or clarifications. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.